Hello and welcome to our craft for Refugee Week. Today we're going to be making a Paddington suitcase. Paddington is one of our favourite book characters and he has to make a very long journey from his aunt in Peru to find a new family with the Browns in London. Lots of families have to do this, perhaps as part of fleeing to a different country or perhaps part of just travelling, and their children have to go with them. What would you take if you had to leave very quickly and you could only take a suitcase? What about teddy bears and blankets? Today's craft is going to be made from an old envelope or a takeaway bag. You're going to need magazines from, say, the supermarket or leaflets that you can cut up. And you're going to need a little bit of string, some coloured paper perhaps, some glue, some scissors and some crayons, and anything that you've got lying around at home. We've found some ribbon, some fabric, and things that we want to treasure. Next, take an old scrap envelope and cut up one side so that it makes an even rectangle. Draw the outline of a suitcase on your envelope and then cut around the edges of the outline, making sure that you leave one fold of the envelope in place. Cut all around, including the handle. And when you open it up, your suitcase should look like this, with one fold still in place. Next, fold down the handle of the suitcase so that you can snip out the inside of it. You might need a grown-up to help you because this bit is a little bit fiddly. But your suitcase now should look like this. Now we're ready to open it up and start thinking about the things that we want to put inside. Draw some lines on the inside of your suitcase that looks like the inside of a suitcase. And next we're going to need glue, colouring, crayons and some scissors and a pencil. To make the label, take a small rectangle of coloured card or paper and draw 2 diagonal lines at one end and then snip them off. This is going to be our luggage label. Next, write on it, this case belongs to Paddington, or maybe this case belongs to you, so write your name there. Ask a grown-up to help you make a hole in the luggage label with a pencil, and this is the hole that you're going to thread some string through to attach the whole label to your suitcase. Like Paddington, we're going to need our suitcase on our journey, so we'll make a label that says "Wanted on Voyage" and we'll stick it onto the front of our suitcase. Next, we've found lots of flags and different luggage labels inside the magazines, and we've cut them out and we're going to stick them on the outside of our suitcase to decorate it. This will show the countries that we've been to on our travels. Can you think of the countries that you've been to? And can you find the flags for those countries? Or maybe you could draw them instead. Then you're going to stick them onto the outside of your suitcase. Finally, we're going to think about putting the initials of the suitcase owner on the outside. So PB is Paddington Bear, but you could put your initials on the outside. Next, we're going to open the suitcase up and think about what we're going to put in it. Next, from our magazines, we're going to cut out things that we're going to miss from our old homes or that we might like to find in our new lives. Maybe we'll find some new ways of dancing or some new friends. Maybe we want to take a magnifying glass and our colouring pencils and painting things. If you have to leave your home, would you miss your dog? Or would you miss the birds and the countryside and the butterflies? Your suitcase is very small, so you can only take things to remind you of the things you love. I would miss the trees. What else might we find in our new country? Will there be sunshine? Will there be mountains? I hope there'll be seaside, and I hope there'll be green fields. What else would we miss from our old lives? Can we take a teddy with us? Let's draw a picture of our teddy and put him in the suitcase. Would you miss the animals from your own country? Are there squirrels or seals or birds? I wonder if there'll be any palaces there. Or how will we get there? Where will we live? Will there be caravans or castles? I wonder if we'll travel on a boat. Or maybe up in the air in a cable car. Or perhaps on a really big coach. And maybe there'll be some new cars. What new things will we find to do there? Will there be canoeing? I bet you might really miss football, so maybe we need to take a football with us and some photographs of our friends in the team. Something to do along the way. Or maybe we can learn some new styles of dancing. Will there be places to play and perhaps ride a bike? And we need to take care because the weather might be very different. I wonder what things there will be to eat there. Will there be cake and ice cream? Yum. Perhaps you can draw a picture of children having a picnic and put that in your suitcase if you like picnics. I'm going to really miss my dog, so I want to put a picture of him to remind me. Who would you really miss from your home? And what would you put in your suitcase to remind you of them? Would it be your friends or your grandparents? Will there be birthdays where you're going? We'd also want to put into our suitcase some of our treasures, so maybe a favourite blanket or a prayer mat or a fragment of a favourite dress. And perhaps we want our dolly to be with us as well, so the dolly can go in the suitcase. And then, how will we find our way around? We need a map. So here we've cut out a little map and we've folded it up very, very small, and that's going to go in our suitcase too, so we'll always know where we are. Finally, we're going to tie the luggage label on our suitcase so that we know who it belongs to. And here's our final Paddington Bear suitcase. We hope that you enjoyed this craft. See you again next time.